What's going on? This is Coach Marcus. Let's get into some trending topics today. First of all, the sad report of Alex Collins' death. Played with the Seahawks for a while, 2016 fifth round pick. He played in the league for 5 years before going to the USFL. Killed in a motorcycle accident. Please, you guys out there, when you get money like that, sometimes you do things you don't normally do. Whatever it is that you do, just be careful. I'm sure this guy had a family, people he left behind. No one expected news like this. You just never know. Whatever it is that you're doing out there, please be careful. You get these motorcycles, these cars, especially with being here in Philadelphia, and you saw the situation, what happened with Jalen Carter down in Georgia when he was still in college. You never know. Just be careful. Some of these guys have never, I don't know what his situation was. I don't know if he had ever been on a bike before. I'm sure, I would like to say I'm sure he had. A lot of times, I'm up here in New Jersey and Philadelphia. Being on a bike would scare the death out of me because they don't respect you with four wheels, let alone two. Just a tragic situation. And if you're out there doing that sort of stuff, please be careful. Please be careful. He was announced dead on the scene, so whatever happened was pretty horrific. I'm not sure if he was wearing a helmet or I don't know. And at this point, it's irrelevant. The kid's gone. His family's grieving. His teammates are grieving. I'm sure he let a lot of friends. I'm not sure what his family situation is, but at the end of the day, he was here yesterday, and he's not here today. Tell your people you love them while they're here, man. It's a shame. The other big story, this Michael Oher story. This is interesting to me because this reminds me of the NIL stuff. Because I read through some of the stories, and it sounds as if he wasn't. It sounds as if the family just basically took advantage of him. That's what it sounds like. You know the story, the Sandra Bullock movie. There's one famous scene, or where she's talking to Nick Saban, saying how handsome he is and all of that kind of stuff. But the story is, this kid was, I think, a junior or a senior, living on his own for various reasons, and this family took him in. And of course, he has a success story, and it's all because of the family environment he was introduced to, the awkwardness that he had to get used to, they had to get used to, and coming together, and him becoming a success. And then after the fact, you see the title of it, he figures out he wasn't adopted. And what it looks like is that the family had him in conservatorship based on he was almost 18 years old at the coming out of high school. I'm sure there are rules and stuff like that when you adopt a kid and then they turn 18. He thought he was signing adoption papers, and he never did. And basically what he did was sign over control of his name, image, and likeness to his quote unquote adopted family. And you got to use the air quotes because he was never adopted. So basically they parlay his success into success for them. They get the movie blows up, the movie makes 300 million in the box office, and he doesn't receive a dime from it. Now, you read the stories, it'll say that, I believe they talked to one of the brothers, the family got paid out. And the kid even said he remembers his dad giving him a check. But the adopted kid never received any money. And it's funny because the boy says all of the kids got paid out. Now, the problem with that is he's considered a kid now, right? Because they adopted him. He's saying he never got paid. And I know it's weird. And I never paid attention to the people behind the scenes. But you can go online and you can see this woman as a presentation speaker, marquee speakers, and at the height of this, she was probably getting paid a lot of money, go to place and be a keynote speaker and all of that kind of stuff. The power of love, I'm sure she was love and family and all of that kind of stuff. And then come to find out, everybody getting paid but the man that went through the stuff. That's crazy. Not surprising, but it's a shame. I'm interested to see this story because the one thing about stuff like this is you can always track the paperwork. The family got paid, and he's the only one that didn't get paid. Why is that? If they make a movie about him, there is no movie without him, without Michael Oher. And the Tui family, you just can't, you shouldn't do that. I always like to say you can't do that. But people do stuff like that all the time. People take advantage of people all the time. You shouldn't do that. But again, keep your head on the swivel. Even when you think people are trying to do right by you, at the end of the day, some of them might just be trying to take advantage of you. Keep watching this situation. This is not done. He's got money now. He's got lawyers. And again, a situation like this, all you got to do is follow the paperwork. I'm sure it's not that hard to figure out. Zeke Elliot signs with the Patriots. Zeke signs with the Patriots. I thought that he would. I thought he would end up back in Dallas. I thought he was going to end up back in Dallas, but looks like Patriots. He went, visited with the Patriots, left. Nothing happened. Camp goes on, so he's missed a little bit of the camp. Get him in there. He's got fresh legs. Still a good running back. Still a power running back. You're not going to feed him like you used to. Very interesting seeing this whole situation with the running backs and Zeke doing what he did. Really kind of getting out and getting away from Dallas when he did. Because they just, the contract situations for these running backs are just bad. And it's not a good look for the NFL, but they're not going to stop it because the owners are figuring out a way to keep the money in their pocket. Ain't nothing you can do about that. But he is a Patriot now. It'll be very interesting to see how Belichick uses him. Belichick is good at giving you one job, not trying to fit, square pegs and round holes. He knows what Zeke Elliot can do, so he'll make the most out of it. He's not going to be playing them outside the box and having them doing things. It's like, you know what? You got one job. You get in there, you run the ball, third and short. Every now and then Zeke will break one. He's a pretty decent receiver. It'll definitely help Mac Jones, that's for sure. Zeke is out of our division, and he is with the Patriots. But a lot of stuff going on. The news cycle has not stopped. Very exciting week. I will be at the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Cleveland Browns alumni game, the homecoming game as they call it. So there will be no show for me on Thursday night. I will be at the game. Hopefully I'll have lots of footage because I'm going to bring my cameras and my tripods and all that kind of stuff and get some stuff. So that should be fun. But as usual, if you like the content, please hit subscribe. Click that notification bell and I will see you in the next play. Peace.